Hey guys, it's JJ. Welcome back to the Laredo State Dynasty. We are 9-0, 6-0 in conference, and so far we have been dominating the schedule. And now we're gonna go into the last 3 games of the season, all of which are gonna be in our division. Our next best 3 opponents, it's gonna be Rice first, and then Houston and Texas A&M. And we had our fair share of close games against those 3 foes last year. Rice, first of all, Daniel Colclough is the quarterback, 6 foot, 204, scrambling archetype quarterback out of Houston, Texas. Daryl Colclough has a decent arm. He's got decent accuracies, but nothing spectacular. And he actually can run a little bit, not the slowest. At running back, they've got Kiki Hart, 5'11", 179, out of Louisiana. Hart is an elusive back, a former 2-star recruit. Pretty good juke move and change of direction, solid hands, okay route runnings, honestly, and 90 speed, 87 acceleration. Nothing spectacular, but Hart looks pretty solid as a running back. And then at receiver, they've got Brian Smiley, 6'2", 189, deep threat out of Grand Prairie, Texas. Smiley is a very solid route runner, especially for the down the field stuff. He's a deep threat after all. Pretty solid hands, 90 speed, 93 acceleration. Number 2 receiver is Frederick Diamond, 5'11", 181 out of New Orleans. Diamond is also a deep threat, also a former 2-star, is elite deep route running. The catching ratings actually look pretty awful, to be honest. A little bit of elusiveness going on there and some decent speed, but no power. And yeah, that's about it for the offense. Nothing too spectacular. Rice has also not the greatest offensive line. This could actually be classified as a weakness, but they do have a couple of good centers there. But the guard situation looks awful. The leaving the tackles not great. Not a great situation there for the offense. For the defense, we've got Delvin Abreu, 6'4", 256. Abreu has 85 power moves and 59 finesse moves, so he's a one-trick pony. But he's got 92 strength, 73 block shots, not awful. Can do a little bit in the run as well, but just a one-trick pony, tries to go through tackles. And then his counterpart is Emmanuel Handy, 6'4", 231 out of Cedar Hill, Texas. Very light, and he actually can do both. He is a finesse rusher, but he can also do power moves. Got some power, but no block shedding, and can beat you around the corner for sure. Dwayne Gaskin in the middle of this defensive line, 6'4", 323, a massive dude out of Katy, Texas. Former 3-star recruit. Dwayne Gaskin has pretty solid run-stopping ability, although that 75 block shedding doesn't look too great. Not a great pass rusher at all, but he's very strong, very solid athlete. Miguel Goda next to him. They are 4 deep at defensive line, and it looks absolutely insane. I think we're gonna have problems running the football here on this defense. Miguel Goda has very solid run-stopping ability, a lot of power, 76 power moves and 79 finesse moves. I mean, that actually does sound like a decent pass rusher at the least as well, but mainly a run stopper still. And then they've got a linebacker that is a power rusher archetype, so he's got 83 power moves. I mean, that's pretty good. 82 strength, decent hit power, solid tackling ability, but the block shed's not there. 76 zone coverage is actually not bad for a pass rushing linebacker. So one of those typical 3-4 outside linebacker types, pretty solid. And then they are going to be missing their best pass coverage linebacker. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Theo Jewell is gonna miss. I mean, that's the rest of the season for sure. The rest of the regular season at least. And then they're also, gonna be playing in his place. They're gonna be playing Nolan Burton, 6'1", 230 something. Pretty good pass coverage ability. He's got a lot of pass rush ability as well. and he's actually a pretty good run stopper as well. Kind of feels like Nolan Burton actually is the best linebacker on this team, to be honest. Now, they do have a very good front seven, as we just showcased, but the secondary is very weak. Enrique Cheek, very good in man coverage, 85 catching, but that 68 zone coverage is abysmal. Now, at least he's got the gold house call ability, but he's also not the fastest, so if he is gonna get lost in coverage, man, there is no telling what's gonna happen. So far, we have played him 3 times, and we have won 2 of those matchups. And we're gonna be playing in the pouring rain here in Laredo. It's gonna be a Johnny Machado return to the 21-yard line, and I gotta be honest here, we should be the heavy favorites. We have by far a better quarterback, better running backs, better receivers, a better offensive line, and a better secondary. We also have a better D-line, even though that one from Rice is actually pretty good. Only the linebacking unit, I'm actually not sure if they do have the better linebackers there, but we're going to go 3 and out here for, no reason at all. And we're going to allow Rice to run for 9 yards. They've got their City Connect uniforms, as we are playing in the blistering Savannah uniforms here in the pouring rain. Actually, maybe I should have gone with the dense jungle uniforms, to be honest, with this kind of weather. But 3rd and 4, and they've got a wide open man on the outside. That was actually in the coverage of Brian Alonso, who has been absolutely tearing it up this season as a senior. And now they have another wide open player. It's Kiki Hart, the running back, between the zones, perfectly spotted in there. 1st and 10, Hart. No, this is a play action shot, and they are actually going to throw it into the end zone, and that was an ill-advised pass. We're going to return this one as Brian Alonso is going to juke out 2 defenders. I mean, technically 2 offenders. I mean, that sounds wrong. But he's going to juke out 2 of them, be down at the 22-yard line, so it was worth it to take it out by 2 yards. And again, Brian Alonso showing off why he is the best corner on this team. And we're going to run it with John Suarez here in the pouring rain. I mean, that's the only thing you can do. Juking out the corner and then getting tackled from behind. Still a nice run for John Suarez. 1st and 10, and now Cerdeno checks in. But this is going to be a pass, actually. And Estrada is going to get it away. And Arellanes, he has been tearing it up as well. Like, unbelievable season for him so far. The sophomore receiver, 16 yards on that one. And he is the target on this one as well on the whip route. Getting another 1st down. That's about 12 yards or something. 1st and 10, 11 personnel, and they're going to go 2x2 set. Estrada is going to scramble and turns upfield on the outside. Gets shoved out of bounds with a 12-yard gain. And just like that, we're down there. 4th and goal from the 1, and John Suarez into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Laredo State's on the board, 7-0. Here in the first half of this game, just with almost clock expiring on the 1st quarter, we get the lead, and the rain is not helping trying to run this offense, but we're just gonna run it and hope that our defense doesn't make any mistakes, as they are showing a lot of holes there in the zone coverage. That's another 8-yard gain. 2nd and 4 a few downs later. And they're going to run it with Hart up the gut, and there is a lot of room there. That's 10 yards. And another 1st down for the Rice Owls. 2x2 set, 11 personnel, and down goes the quarterback. Oh my, why did he run it there? Kelvin Leyva's in the backfield and ends the drive right there. So the ball goes back to us after the punt, and this is not great field position, but we're going to get it started on a Juan Rivero catch. 1st and 10, 3 tight ends on the field, and we're going to run it here. It's John Suarez for an 8-yard gain, and I mean, as long as we're getting 5 to 8 yards on every carry, I'm going to be happy. 3rd and 4. Estrada has got some time, and he's going to deliver the throw over the middle, and it's caught. That's Taylor Rosas, number 2 receiver, and he's going to get the 1st down there. 2nd and 5 a few downs later, and Estrada is going to get sacked. Nolan Burton, the pass coverage linebacker, actually is in the backfield, and this is going to be a 3rd and 16 with 4 minutes left in the 2nd quarter, and Estrada goes down again. Another sack for this defense, this Rice defense. They've got some players there. The defensive line is strong. We showcased that earlier, but so is ours. First sack of the day for the Ocelots, and Eric Vasquez is in the backfield here to take down the quarterback. That's a loss of 8, and they're done on that drive. So 2.5 minutes on the clock, 3 tight ends on the field. Are you seriously going to run here? Yes, they are. And boy, look how this is working out. Juking out the safety and breaking away, breaking another tackle and another one down at the 20-yard line. It's John Suarez with a 39-yard run. What a play for John Suarez. Man, this dude is explosive. 39 yards. I mean, look at this one. Juking out the safety, breaks 2 tackles there, and then he breaks another one there, and then he still fights ahead for extra yardage. Unbelievable play there. We're at the 2-minute warning now. 2nd and 3. Estrada getting it away. A first down to Jaquez Lera. And we've got it down there at the 3-yard line. And we're going to run some clock here. 1:20 on the clock as Estrada is going to snap the ball here. And on the outside, it's going to be a touchdown. It's Arellanes in the end zone. And Laredo State is going to get another one. It's going to be a 14-0 game as Arellanes, not the focal point of the offense today with the pouring rain, obviously. But still making an impact. That whip route was absolutely vicious on the corner, breaking some ankles there. And that catch is also good on Sundays, which he will be playing pretty soon, I'm assuming. 1st and 10, and Rice is going to throw it to the sideline here. They got a minute still on the clock, so they've got some time to try to react. And they're going to try to throw their way down the field, I'm assuming. And they're going to have a screen set up here. That works out pretty well. 8 yards and a timeout taken by the Owls. 2nd and 2. And they go with a 2x2 set. 10 personnel. And they're going to get it done. And that's another catch. And a first down to the 40-yard line. As Colclo is moving this offense down the field. Already in field goal range. And they're going to get it done. At the sideline again, it's another first down. And now they're definitely for sure in makeable field goal range. 1st and 10, and they get it away on time. The rhythm is working down to the 4-yard line. But now they only have 1 timeout left. Time is ticking down. 13 seconds. Colclo is going to scramble, and he is going down. It's Dave Santos taking down the quarterback. 3rd and goal. And they're actually not going to risk it here. 5 seconds left on the clock. And they are actually not going to get it. It's wide right. Rice is going to miss the field goal here in this Big 12 clash. And it's still going to be a 14-0 lead at the half here in this home game for Laredo State. And John Suarez, I mean, look at that. 12 rush attempts for 99 yards and 1 touchdown. I mean, is that not beautiful? Suarez is the lead running back here, and you can see it. But on this 3rd quarter, we're going to get on action first with Rice on offense. And that's not working out there at all. That's a drop. And they have to punt it back to us. 3rd and 3, and Estrada is going to have also a drop. Juan Rivera can't hang on. And the ball goes right back to the Rice Owls. Good field position for us here at the 4. And they barely get it out of the end zone. What a play by, I think that was that Carvalho? I'm not sure. We're going to get the ball back, however, because they did not get out of that hole, and we get pretty good field position. 1 run here with Suarez, and we're already in field goal range. But now, a few downs later, it's 3rd and 8, and Estrada has a 3rd and 8, and he is not going to get it off. Down goes Estrada, and we are actually not going to get this one. 3rd and 3 for Colclo, and he throws an interception. Oh, my God. Took a couple downs for the Rice Owls to get out of their own 15-yard line or something, but then they immediately throw an interception, give it right back to us. Great field position from midfield here. Santiago Rodriguez, the senior corner, was playing on the outside at the beginning of his career, but with his athleticism, we have realized he's a much better slot corner. And on 2nd and 7, Estrada is going to have a vertical concept, and down goes Estrada again. Enrique Cheek, the cornerback. They sent a corner blitz, man. 2nd and 8 after the punt, and the ball carrier goes down again as Colclo is getting sacked here by Kelvin Leyva. Also somebody that has been tearing it up these last few weeks, and I mean, just look at this one. The tackle didn't even have a shot, man. That's just a straight up win running down the quarterback. Didn't see it coming at all. Running him over is Calvin Leva, and we get the ball back. Now with a slightly worse field position, but still from the 45. Estrada is going to take off here, and he's got a lot of room to run and getting caught from behind. That is a 22-yard run for Wayne Estrada. He shows off the legs. 3rd and 8. Can't take a sack here as Estrada is going to get it away to Rivero. Few yards to make this field goal a little bit easier. If we are going to make this is a 3-score game. Velasco has it right down the middle. It's perfect. And it's 17-0 for the Laredo State Ocelots. Rice really got to get it going here. This is the end of the 3rd quarter already. And Colclo, he's got some time to throw, but nothing's open, and they eventually take him down for a loss. 4th and 12. Jose Castillo gets his first sack on the game. And they're actually going to go for it this one. 4th quarter here, as they are going to have an incompletion. The ball goes back to the Laredo State Ocelots offense with great field position now. And Estrada is just going to set up a simple slip screen. And look at what Suarez is doing here, juking out people. And getting it down inside the green zone. And now we're going to take him out of the game. Oh, apparently not. Even though he's shaken up a little bit. We're going to throw it, actually. And Lara is going to fight his way into the end zone. That's another touchdown for the Ocelots. And that is going to be a 24-0 lead here into the 4th quarter. And Rice has not shown so far that they can actually finish a drive, get the points. They had chances twice. But once they threw an interception to Brian Alonso, and the other one was a missed field goal. Now they do get a late 4th quarter touchdown in garbage time here, but we're just gonna skip ahead to the end because this game was over at that point. And Suarez, player of the game, 130 rushing yards, 21 attempts, 1 touchdown. We didn't really get it going with Wayne Estrada. 114 yards on 30 attempts is absolutely abysmal. 46% completion percentage, but it's the rain, man. That was awful. That was awful to deal with. You just gotta admit that. Now, on the other hand, Colclo was 74% completion percentage, but he also threw 2 interceptions. Just dishing it out there left and right. A little bit too risky at times. And then for the running game, I mean, Kiki Hart, he did have a few solid runs, but overall we were able to shut down the run pretty well there and collapse on this backfield. And then for our rushing game, I mean, John Suarez, he got player of the game, and deservedly so, man. He had a great game. Yet again, eclipsing 100 yards on the ground there as Laredo State showing off the wheels there. It didn't even matter that it rained that much. We're just, okay, let's go to the ground game then if we can't throw it through the air, man. We had 6 drops in this game. Arellanes Rivero had 3. Suarez had 1 and Rosas had 1. If you add those 6 drops onto Estrada's completion percentage, man, you would be at 20 or 30 for 66% completion percentage. So actually not a horrible day for Estrada. Just the rain made it kind of impossible to have a working passing offense there. But it doesn't matter. We still get the win. Man, this pass rush from Rice was actually great. If that pass rush is not falling apart and they can build up some of the other parts of the team, I think they have a great future. Because that defensive line is absolutely terrifying, I gotta say. We have a really good offensive line and we could not stop them. They had, I think, 4 or 5 sacks on us. On the other hand, if your quarterback is dishing it out too much and Alonso and Rodriguez getting interceptions here, I mean, that's not gonna win you anything. And with that, the conference standings look like this. There's a 4-way tie in the Plains division. SMU, Oklahoma, Tulsa, and Oklahoma State. So all 3 Oklahoma teams still in the running. And I mean, I guess technically Texas Tech is also still in. On our side, we're going to play Houston right now. And this is the game for the division. Texas A&M, like, they can only get back into this if we lose both games and Houston wins this next one and then loses the other one. So it's impossible for Texas A&M to get back into this, honestly. But Houston, if we lose this, we are tied on the conference standings, and they have to deal the tiebreaker over us. So Houston has a chance here to take it away from us with their quarterback Cordell Good, and that kid is good. Not a great runner, but he's got some very good accuracies across the board. 88 throw power is decent, not great. And he can run a little bit. So a mobile quarterback with a great arm. Actually, not a great arm, a decent arm with great accuracies. Running back Calvin Beauplan is wearing number 27. He has the Platinum Shifty ability, and you will definitely see that on the field today. Really good elusiveness, not much power, very athletic. 96 speed, 92 acceleration, good hands, can catch passes. Beauplan, definitely a running back to watch out for. The top receiver is wearing number 86, Jordan Gunn, 5'8", 177. Gunn is an elite route, not elite, but a very good down the field route runner at least. He's got some solid hands and no speed. So not afraid of Jordan Gunn then. David Ali, 5'9", 178. Two small receivers are make their top of the depth chart there at receiver. Ali is a solid route runner, but also a down the field threat. The catching ratings look pretty awful, to be honest, but the elusiveness is decent, and at least he's got some athleticism. So they've got some weapons. Just the number one receiver is a little bit slow. Avery Dunham, and this is the one you got to be watching out for. A 95 overall tight end here. He is as good as... He's even better than some of our offensive linemen at blocking. He is unbelievable. His hands are pretty awful. His route runnings are awful. And he doesn't really have much speed, but a 95 blocking tight end combined with that running back, I mean, that's gotta have you scared. And then they've got even a second one, a 91 overall blocking tight end as well. 6'2", 254, Clint Bruner. And that kid can actually catch the football, and he's still a really good blocker. Not the fastest either, but imagine running 12 personnel all day long and running the ball. Oh my, that's got to be hard to stop. Now the offensive line for Houston, they do have a few solid pieces there, but they also have a couple of weaknesses, especially on the outside there. The tackle spots don't look great. So, I mean, there is an opportunity for us to interrupt this offense. On the defensive side, Houston has a very good pass rusher here in Ben Felice. 82 power moves, 76 finesse moves, 88 strength. The only not great thing about him is actually the run stopping ability. It's not great, but the athleticism is there. He's a great athlete, solid pass rusher. He knows what he's doing. In the middle of this defensive line, they've got Jermaine Gatto. And Gatto is an elite level run stopper with a lot of power, great play rec, and no pass rush ability. So can only do one thing, but he's gonna do that really well. Now they only have one really good linebacker, and that kid is injured. Pulled groin, out for 2 more weeks, so he will miss the rest of the regular season and then come back in case Houston makes it to the postseason. Evan Shedd, 6'2", 175 out of Pearland, Texas, is the leading corner on the team. 81 man, 71 press, and that's supposed to be his calling card. Now, this kid is a really good ball hawk, actually, but the zone coverage is only decent, and he's a pretty bad athlete, to be honest. At cornerback, 89 speed is pretty slow, especially in a conference like this with top teams like Texas and Oklahoma. Spencer Cutting is the top safety. Cutting has very good run stopping ability. You could turn this kid into a linebacker for sure, and he's got 92 hit power as well, and a golden house call ability as well. I mean, this kid is pretty good. The only thing missing on him is actually the athleticism as well, but yeah, we have played him once, and we won that game last year 21-19, and it came down to a missed 2-point try by Houston at the end of the game. So we barely won that one, and now it's time to absolutely dominate them, hopefully. Now the thing is, this is going to be an away game, and the stadium is packed because Houston has been having a great season, and this is for the division title, because whoever wins this game is going to win the division. If we win, we win it. If Houston wins, kind of depends on how they're doing in the last game, because then we're tied. But as long as they keep it at our record, they should be fine. Now we're gonna play in the Dark Canyon alternate uniforms here on the road. And Estrada is going to get it going with a pass here. Right off the bat, Rosas gets about 9 yards on the play, and that almost moves the chains. And immediately they're going to miss a defensive tackle due to injury. 3 tight ends on the field, 2 tight ends on line, and 1 tight end lined up as a fullback. And they're going to go offset eye and run it up the gut. It's Nick Vasquez, 8 yards. That's going to be a first down. 1st and 10, and Suarez is going to check back in, and he's going to actually not get the ball. The ball is dumped out to Juan Rivero for a first down. And they're going to move the chains on that one. 3rd and 9 for Estrada, and over the middle, completely whiffing on the throw. Intended for Joshua Arellano. So that's going to be a drive ender there right there. And sacked immediately is the quarterback for Houston. It's Jose Castillo in the backfield, and he's going to get him at the 2-yard line. So, yeah, 3rd and 22, not coming back from that one either. So, not great stuff there. But, yeah, good is going down, and they barely avoided the safety there. They have to punt it away, and this is great field position now for us, obviously, as Estrada has a man wide open. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's John Suarez, runs it in the end zone on the angle route out of the backfield. He did not line out wide, just an angle route, beating the linebacker in space, and then just running it to the end zone. 7-0 Laredo State, the #1 ranked team in the country. And on the outside, Houston is going to have the completion there. That's a first down, as good is on the money there. 1st and 10, and they're going to leave the running back in to protect. 5-man rush. It's a fire zone blitz there, actually, and we're going to have a first down here to the tight end, Jay Chestnut. 3rd and 10, and good is going to dump it over the middle again, and yet again, it's Chestnut on the reception. Good yet again on the money. 5 of 5 so far. Perfect on the day. 1st and 10, and good has his man. It's another completion. And they get another first down as Carvajal looks to be shaken up here. 2nd and 10, and running it up the gut. That is going to be a first down, and that is Calvin Beauplan, the speedy running back here. Really got to be afraid of that kid, man. Beauplan, a delayed give, and he's going to get swallowed up by his own offensive lineman. And that's going to end the drive. A field goal for Houston. 7-3 ball game. And Arellano is wide open. Still intercepted. What on earth are you doing, man? Oh my God. Estrada completely underthrew it. And Dean Willingham was already beaten off the line. He was at least a step behind, if not 2. Still gets the interception because the throw was missed by Wayne Estrada. And they're going to get the ball with great field position at the opposing 25-yard line. What a bad throw by Wayne Estrada. I mean, look at the separation there by Arellano. At least a step there. And he would have had a wide open first down. And down, oh my. They try to run a reverse, and that did not work out at all, as Eric Vasquez is going to take him down for a 7-yard loss. Oh, Houston, that was a bad idea. 3rd and 17, though. And Cordell Good is going to have a wide open man behind the defense. What is happening? Jeez. Jabari Rush for a huge first down. 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. And Good has a 6-man pressure. Wide open. Touchdown. Houston. They're going to get it done. And they are going to take the lead with that one. David Ollie in the backfield there on the screen. Gets the ball and just fights his way into the end zone. It's 10-7, and Laredo State has some work to do. We just started the second quarter. And Estrada has a 6-man rush, and wide open is going to be Jaquez Lera on the out route. That's a first down. 1st and 10 for Estrada, and he's going to hand it off to Suarez, and he's got some room on the outside. Tries to juke out the safety, but doesn't work this time. They do have a pretty solid safety there. 3rd and 15 after a holding call. Estrada in deep trouble, but he's just going to uncork a deep one. In the worst of cases, it's an arm punt, and in the best of cases, it's a touchdown. Joshua Arellano's got another one. Oh my. He is in the end zone yet again, and Arellano's, man, absolutely dominating the competition there. 14-10, just ran away from the cornerback, and Arellano's is not even that fast, man. He's got 91 speed. I mean, that's not a deep threat level. but it's more speed than his corner had, and it's also more speed than the free safety had that was supposed to cover him from over the top. And instead, it's a touchdown. Arellanes retakes the lead for the Laredo State Ocelots. 14-10, and good over the middle, gets it away, and that's a great catch by Beauplan. First down, 13 yards, and they move the chains on that one. 1st and 10, and they're going to go 3-by-1 set. David Ali isolated right, but they're going to get it away to the tight end again. Another first down. 2nd and 4, and they're going to hand it off. This is the backup running back. This is not Beauplan, but still a wide open running lane. Lloyd Hansen on that one. 1st and 10. Beauplan checks back in. The tight end goes in motion, and they're going to have a play action shot up the seam. It's a touchdown against the cover 3. They read it perfectly, and they are going to get the score. Houston retakes the lead just shy of the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes and 48 seconds out, and Houston up by 3, 17-14, your new score. And now we're actually going to run it here with Suarez on 2nd and 7. We're going to get the first down. That's an 8-yard run. And move the chains here. 1st and 10, and they are going to send 4 men. Estrada is going to have another one-on-one shot down the field. Looks who's behind the defense again. It's Joshua Arellanes for a 72-yard touchdown. Another Hail Mary, basically, as they are beating Houston over the top again. 21-17 is your new score. And there's a little bit too much time on the clock for Houston now. 1:11 on the clock, as they are going to set up the slip screen here, and perfect. Oh, I mean, the block, if they had held the block, there was a lot of space there. But they do not get the first down, and now we're going to get the ball back here with a minute on the clock. And wide open is Taylor Rosas, fighting ahead for a first down. We're going to go hurry up here. 1st and 10. And there's 30 seconds on the clock for Estrada. 4-man pressure, and over the middle. Oh my god, that was a dangerous throw. But he threads the needle into the perfect spot. And we're just going to take the points here. Don't get close to the end zone. Just took one end zone shot for Arellanes. Was incomplete. Velasco hits the field goal. And it is now a 7-point game. At halftime, it's 24-17. For Laredo State, and Houston is actually keeping up here in this high-scoring offensive football game, as we got rid of the rain here. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, as we're going to move on to the second half here. And play action did not fool anybody. Look who's in the backfield again. It's Kelvin Leiva, and he is on a tear. Especially since Diego Valdez is now injured and done for the year. He's going to be done until the draft with his injury. Even like over the draft, like probably till rookie camp or something. And Kelvin Leiva is taking over games here. Another sack for him, and we're going to get the ball back. Cerdeño deep in his own territory. He's going to return it across the 50 and down at the 43. What a return for Tavares Cerdeño. And now we have a 2nd and 3. They're showing press, and Estrada is going to uncork another one. One-on-one, Arellanes. It's going to be another touchdown. What a game for Joshua Arellanes. Is this his 3rd or his 4th touchdown? I'm not even sure anymore. I think it's his 3rd, man. Laredo State, oh man, they hit gold when they committed, when they got Arellanes committed. And this one's not even like beaten on pure speed. This is just mossing the defender. 6'4" Arellanes, just overpowering his opponent there. 1st and 10, and Beauplan running it to the outside. What a run. Showing off the speed, 13 yards, and Houston really needs to go get a touchdown here on this drive, because they're down by 2 scores now, and Beauplan showing off the speed again. Oh my. If he had kept to the outside, he would have had a lot more yardage on that one. 3rd and 3, Beauplan actually going on the route, and down goes Good. It's another sack, and we're sending the middle linebacker, Dave Santos. He is in the backfield, and Houston is going to have a 4th and 8, and I mean, you kind of got to go for it there. They're actually going to try the field goal, and I think that's a bad call. And it is an even worse call because they are going to miss it. So no points on this drive at all. Dude, you're down by 2 touchdowns. A field goal is not going to do you much good. Gotta go get the touchdown there. And on the other side, Estrada is now getting sacked. Oh my. That's a drive ender right there. So Houston gets the ball back immediately. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. And Beauplan just running away from the defense there. That's a 15-yard run, man. We have not been able to contain him very well. And they are going to hand it off to him on the counter. What a run. And he's going to fumble it. And the ball goes to the Laredo State Ocelots. We are going to take over. Calvin Leyva in the heart of the action again. I don't think he forced the fumble, but he for sure recovered it. And now we're going to have a chance to run out this game. If we add another score, it's a 3-score game, and then it's really over. As Cerdenio gotta get a first down here. What a run. He's going to stiff arm away the defender. 12 yards on the run. 1st and 10, and we're going to run some clock here. And Cerdenio is going to keep it to the outside. Tries to jump the safety here on the juke move, but didn't work out. Still a great run. That's a 20-yarder. 1st and 10 as Jesus Herrera is now checking in. John Suarez is going to be taken out here. Seems to be a little bit shaken up. But we're going to get the pass going here. 2nd and 1. And it's another drop back for Estrada. And wide open is Arellanes. Juking out the corner. It's another touchdown. What a play. Oh my, Arellanes is doing it all. 2 deep touchdowns. Just by speed, then a deep touchdown just by mossing the defender, and now the touchdown on the drag route, juking out the corner and then breaking a tackle on his way into the end zone, just falling ahead. And now it's a 38-17 game here at the end of the third quarter, and it kind of looks like they have admitted defeat here. Houston not been able to score any points at all here in the third quarter, and now they almost throw an interception. Man, you gotta take it away there. That's a missed interception, I gotta say, man. He hit the jump, definitely. 3rd and 1 for Good, and he's actually gonna get a first down on this one, so at least they're gonna move the chains as Jay Chestnut has another catch, the tight end. 1st and 10, and Good has some time to throw, and ultimately he's gonna get intercepted. What are you talking about? Oh my god. This is actually ruled as an interception, but to me, this has got to be a forced fumble by Calvin Leyva, just flat out beating the tackle here. And then, I mean, yeah, it is an interception. He did move the arm forward. As have a second look at this one. Just the ball is floating through the air, and Eric Vasquez for his, I'm assuming, 1st career interception. We're gonna skip ahead to the end because that game was over. With that interception, they did not get close to another touchdown at all. And dude, we even got one more touchdown for Arellanes. He had 5 touchdowns this game on 8 catches. That is ridiculous. 200 yards for Joshua Arellanes. Estrada in total 67% completion percentage, 6 touchdowns, 1 pick. Suarez, he had a solid day on the ground. We took him out because we didn't want to get him injured. We gave Cerdenio the ball a lot. He didn't produce that much, but it was a solid day on the ground for us. Beauplan, man, if they had kept running with him, I think we would have been in a lot of trouble. And then on the receiving side for Houston, I mean, they did have a couple of big plays there as well, but especially that one ball up seam, the touchdown. But man, Arellanes 201 yards and 5 touchdowns. Rosas 45 yards, 39 for Juan Rivero, and I think the other touchdown went to Jaquez Lera, if I remember correctly. But what a game for Joshua Arellanes. We get another sack from Leyva. We get another sack from Castillo, who has been taken over for Valdez. Emmanuel Valdez. And then we get 2 interceptions and 2 forced fumble. And actually Calvin Leyva forced one of them, and the other one was forced by George Fuentes, the safety. So Leyva obviously got a sack, recovered a fumble, forced a fumble. What a day for him. Great day there for Calvin Leyva, but player of the game gotta be Joshua Arellanes. 201 yards. 5 touchdowns on the day. I mean, you can check for yourself, but that dude did break some tackles. No, he also did that, yes, but he also broke some records. 4 For example, with that one, he broke the receiving yards records for Laredo State in one season. He also broke the touchdown catches for Laredo State in one season at 18. And there is still one more game to go. He can still improve on these records. But he took them away from Jaquez Lara, actually. And then, obviously, 5 touchdowns in the game is going to be a record on the game. He also had 280 yards a few games ago on a different game. That also broke a team record for a single game. And I don't think 5 touchdowns is ever going to get broken. He also tied for 5 receiving touchdowns on the Big 12 record, if I'm remembering this correctly. But if you tie, you're not going to get mentioned in those lists. Now, for the Texas A&M Aggies, that's the last game of the season, and by this time now we have actually clinched because they are 2 games behind us, and there is just no way for them to get back. So we actually have clinched already. We're gonna play in the conference championship game, and this game really doesn't matter much, but we're still gonna play our seniors because this is the last home game of the season for all of our seniors. And they have a great running back. They also have a great quarterback in Juan Flores, but the running back here, it's an elusive back, and he needs a little work for the route running. His archetype is actually receiving back, but he only got the elusive part so far. Now, they've got a pretty good receiver here in Zach Flanagan. You're going to see, man. He has platinum takeoff ability, silver double dip ability, great route runnings across the board, all the catching ratings in the 90s and high 80s. He can even break some tackles, and he's got the speed, man. This is an X receiver, if I've ever seen one, with 96 speed, 96 acceleration, man. This kid can run. We're going to play a lot of zone today. And then they've got a number 2 receiver here in George Augustine that's looking really good as well. Great route runnings, elite hands, all his catching ratings, mid to high 90s. That is actually pretty rare. But yeah, and some pretty good athleticism on him too. 95 speed at his size. They have some really good receivers there. And then Brett King, number 80 out there, also looking really good. A former 4-star Brett King needs to work on his route runnings a little bit, but he's got elite hands and can break some tackles, and he's got the speed as well, man. Oh my god. Like, they have so much speed. Their 3 receivers have 96, 95, and 94 speed. Unbelievable. I do not know how we're going to stop this team, especially since our safety duo actually needs a lot of work still. They need to improve a lot. And then this Texas A&M team also has a great offensive line. Like, they do not have a real weakness on this offensive line as well. Looking really good. Nigel Mallory is the top pass rusher, 6'6", 234, very tall but very lean. 85 finesse moves, 82 power moves. He can do it all. He's got 86 strength. He even has 81 block shedding. He can literally do it all. This is a first-round pick, and he's got great athleticism too. Now, they do have a pretty solid defensive line, but they're gonna miss their star defensive tackle here, David Fiore. Dislocated hip. His regular season is done, and I'm assuming Texas A&M is only going to go to a bowl game, but he's not going to play any more games this year. Now, TJ Cole is the top linebacker on this team. He's elite against the run, very good against the pass as well, and just his athleticism is a little bit lacking. They also have a great run stopper here in James Ariza, 6'2", 221 out of Midlothian, Texas. Kind of the same build as we had with Dave Santos. Elite run stopper, like actually elite. 85 block shedding is unbelievable. Like even in the high 70s is pretty good, but in the mid to high 80s is elite. Not great in pass coverage, but a great run stopper there. And then for the corners, they do have a couple of really good ones there as well. 6'1", 185, Niles Marable out of Tennessee. 87 man coverage, but only 72 press. So, I mean, if they press a lot, that's going to end badly. But he has 81 zone coverage at least. Now, the thing is, he only has 85 speed. At corner, that is abysmal. On the other side, they have John Cummings, 6'1", 177 out of Magnolia, Texas. And if I do say one thing about the number 1 corner, you got to put him in the slot with that speed, man. If they don't put him in the slot, they're gonna run into some issues, because this John Cummings kid is also not the fastest, but at least this kid has a platinum house call ability and 92 speed. I mean, that should be enough to cover us. Now last year, this is gonna be a revenge game for us, because last year we were actually also on track to go to the conference championship game, and then we lost to Texas A&M in embarrassing fashion. 2 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes of the game allowed. We were up by 2 scores. And Texas A&M took it away from us, and they went to the conference championship game, and they did not end up winning it, if I remember this correctly. They're going to start on offense here. Juan Flores is going to get the start, but this is a home game for us, so this is senior day, and we're going to see some seniors making some plays here, hopefully. And starting it off with the tackle by senior cornerback Santiago Rodriguez. 1st and 10. Flores is going to actually keep this one. Oh my God. Oh, that is bad news baseball. He's got a lot of space there. 19 yards for Flores. 3rd and 10 now. They're going to go empty backfield. 3-by-2 set. And Flores is going to have an interception. This is Elias Costanzo. And no, he is not a senior. I think he's a sophomore. Costanzo gets an interception. I think it's his first career interception, actually. I do not remember him picking off another pass this season. And they're going to go to the sideline now, and the offense is going to come out here for Laredo State, and let's try to win this game. He's actually a freshman. Elias Costanzo is a freshman. Jeez. Yeah, first season starting for him, obviously, and first interception, not too late. 1st and 10, and Suarez is going to bounce it outside and can't make the last man miss. I mean, he was not the last man, really, but got the 9 yards. Now 3 tight ends on the field. I mean, this has got to be a run. And they're going to run it. Suarez got the room. 9 yards again. 1st down. The Ocelots are moving the football. 1st and 10. Suarez at the 37. They go with a 2-by-2 set, and he's going to bounce it outside. And jukes the safety. Re-accelerates down the sideline. Down at the 2-yard line. Oh my. John Suarez. What a run. And that one's going to be 35 yards. Just because he hit that one juke move, and he was gone. 3rd and goal, running up the middle, and Suarez is denied. 4th and goal from the 1. I mean, at the 1. I'm not gonna kick 18-yard field goals, man. What are you talking about? This is a touchdown. John Suarez, 7-0 Laredo State. And Suarez, by the way, also a senior. Expecting him to be a 1st-round pick this year in the draft. And, yeah, we're going to lose 4 running backs, by the way, not just the 1. 2nd and 9, and that is going to be a run up the gut, inside zone, 15 yards for Texas A&M. 2nd and 10, and Flores is actually going to drop back to pass, and he has got somebody behind the defense. Oh my, that's a touchdown. It's Zach Flanagan. He got behind Mateo Alonso. He is a freshman corner. I mean, he does have the athleticism to cover Flanagan, and you've got to cover him there, but he is a freshman, and this kind of stuff is to be expected, as we're going to have a tight ball game here at 7. 1st and 10, and at the sideline, the catch is made. It's Jaquez Lera, yet another senior. We've got we got a big senior class this year, and Arellanes, he's a sophomore, but he's playing so well, I'm expecting him to declare early here as a sophomore, to be honest. 1st and 10, handed off. It's Suarez. What a spin move down to the 30, and that's a 1st down as well. 10 yards on the run. He stays in the game, but we're going to drop back, and he's actually going to pass protect. Got it away to Arellanes, juking out the safety. What a play for Arellanes, down inside the green zone. And there we go. Another scoring threat for the Ocelots. Tied at 7 still, but we just started the 2nd quarter, and this is the time to change the status of the game here. Handed off. It's Vasquez, another senior running back. He's into the end zone. It's a touchdown for Nick Vasquez. And he is going to say goodbye here with the touchdown here to his home crowd. Not going to get drafted, I'm assuming, as like a 78 overall running back. I mean, you're not even going to get drafted at 83 overall. But he's going to get a touchdown here on his senior day. And running away is a running back again here. 9 yards on the play. That's pretty solid stuff there. 3rd and 9. Hand it off. And that is not going to get very far. Why are you running on 3rd and 9? That is ridiculous. 14-7, and we are getting the ball here with 5.5 minutes on the clock, and Suarez is going to run this one. This is only a 2-yard run, and Anthony Carvajal, from that last play on defense we had, broken ribs. He's going to be missing quite sometimes. Broken ribs is not something you're going to come back from in 2 weeks. So we're going to miss our number 2 running back, and the news is getting worse. We're throwing an interception here. It was basically an arm punt. Texas A&M is going to take over at their own 7-yard line. Wayne Estrada with another interception on a 1-on-1 there. 3 minutes on the clock. Flores is going to get pressured here on the Fire's zone blitz, and he got it away on time. That's a first down. 17 yards on the play for Humphreys, the tight end. 1st and 10, and Flores is pressured, gets it away, and it's caught. What a play. Flores, cross-body throw back to the middle. The catch is made. 2nd and 4. Flores has some time to throw, and he's just going to take off, and he is going to break a tackle. Oh my god. Forced the fumble, and it's a first down anyway. Are you kidding me? We're inside 2 minutes now. Flores is going to have a sack. Wide open, Eric Vasquez up the gut. He's got another one. Vasquez, also a senior, assuming he's not going to be drafted either, but it's senior day, and he has been a starter all season, and he is creating pressure again. Leivas getting to the quarterback first, though. That's another senior getting the sack today. This is a great senior day. 1st and 10 after the punt, and that is a pretty good punt, I gotta admit. They got us pinned down there at the 3-yard line or something, but Vasquez gotta get us out of there. 9 yards, and 2nd and 1. Estrada is gonna get it away. Look who's behind the defense again. It's Arellanes for a first down, and we're gonna take a timeout here, save some clock, and try to get back in field goal range to make this a 2-score lead. 3rd and 3, and Estrada wide open. Arellanes, that's another first down in the red zone. Another timeout taken. He crosses 100 yards on the day, and we're gonna take the field goal. This one's good, right down the middle from Velasco, and that's gonna do it here for the first half. It's a 10-point game at halftime, 17-7 at the half. We've got the lead here at home, but it's been a nail-biter so far, with trying to involve all the seniors on this team. There are so many. Estrada also, by the way, is a senior. We've got Estrada, the quarterback, as a senior. John Suarez, the running back. We've got 3 more running backs, actually. Cerdeño is a senior. Herrera is a senior. And Vasquez is also a senior. And then we've got 4 receivers who are seniors, plus Arellanes, who's a sophomore. But so good that I'm assuming he's going to declare early. And so Lera is a senior. We've got Machado as a senior, and a couple more that are backups. We've got the tight end Juan Rivero. He's also senior. We get the backup tight end Castaneda is also senior. We got both guards in the center are seniors. The entire offense is basically graduating, so this is an important week here, as the game is just progressing, and Texas A&M actually made it back to field goal range, and they run a reverse, and it's not going to go anywhere, as Leiva is going to get another sack. Another senior, just like Emmanuel Valdez, who is not going to play one more game. He's injured, done for the season. And then we've got Jose Castillo is also a senior, and he is right there. I think he just forced a fumble while I was talking about him. And the ball goes back to Laredo State, and we've got an injury here. Ronaldo Sanchez, I think he's also a senior, the defensive tackle. So we've got the ball back here on offense, and we've got the catch at the sideline. Oh my god. Arellanes with a beautiful catch. Eric Vasquez, dislocated hip. No! Senior day, dislocated hip. He's done for the day, and I'm assuming that is also a bigger injury. Estrada wide open on the angle route. It's John Suarez again, and that is 31 yards for Suarez on the catch. Oh my. This is this kind of looked like absolute domination here on a pretty good team. I mean, Texas A&M is no joke, but Suarez gets a slip screen, jukes out the corner, gets another first down. That's 15 yards on top. Just in those 2 catches, almost 50 yards. First and goal, and we're going to throw it. And that's a touchdown, Arianes. He's got it. That's a score. And that's another one. We've got 3 defensive ends, like I just said. Leyva is a senior, Valdez and Castillo. We've got 2 defensive tackles. I think it's Sanchez and Vasquez. We've got a couple of linebackers, Santos and Carvajal. They're also seniors. We've got a couple corners here in Rodriguez, Santiago Rodriguez and Brian Alonso. And then actually no safeties. So there's a lot of seniors playing here today, and we're going to try get everybody involved. So hopefully Brian Alonso can get another pick today. Let's see. First and 10, and Flores. Oh my! Could have had it right there. That was tight coverage. But they are going to make the catch. It's a first down for Texas A&M. Aggies are going to move the football here still and get it away. That's another catch over the middle. That's 8 yards. And yeah, this is a 3-score game, by the way, now after that touchdown. So they really have to score. And they're going to have an orbit RPO here and a bubble orbit bubble. I'm not sure. But that's a first down. First and 10, another motion. And they're actually going to throw it with Flores going down. Another one for, this is Jose Pujade, who is not a senior. Backup defensive tackle. Where's number 51? I mean, that's pretty disgusting for a defensive tackle, but I guess it's okay. As if we don't have any numbers in the 90s anymore. And then we are going to see hopefully a turnover on downs or something. Maybe an interception. 2nd and 15. And they're going to go play action. And down goes Flores. 3rd and 25. And oh my. That was Fuentes in the backfield. The safety. Got a sec there. Fuentes kind of looks like a good box safety. 4th and 25. They're actually going to go for this one. Like, just get the field goal. It's going to help you. They're actually going to get the first down. Are you kidding me? Flanagan with another incredible catch. And a first down. Now 3rd and goal from the 6. Flores, end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They got it done. And, yeah, that's the tight end, Humphreys. What a catch. Didn't even highlight him, but looks pretty solid, man. He's pretty good. Pretty decent tight end here. Now, this is actually a 10-point game, so we actually got to get it done here. Estrada needs to run out the clock here. It's a slip screen, and Suarez does not get the first down. Too many defenders there. So we're going to punt it back with 3.5 minutes on the clock. And Flores has a chance here. If they get a field goal, they can make this a 1-score game, and they could do it before the 2-minute warning even. 2nd and 2, Flores with the 3x1 set, and they're gonna get it away again. That's another first down. Flores moves the chains again. Texas A&M still on the move here. 2nd and 10. Flores over the middle, another catch, another 8-yard completion. We're just across from 3 minutes now. 3rd and 2, and they're actually gonna have the tight end in the backfield. What on earth? Flanagan behind the defense again. Oh my, Mateo Alonso is getting beaten up here, man. 3rd and 5, Flores gotta get in the end zone, overthrows, and I guess at this point you gotta take the points here to make this a 7-point game. They're gonna get the kicker out there, and it's no good. It's a 10-point game, and that's gonna do it. They can't get back into it. 24-14, we get the revenge. And we are finishing unbeaten. We're going to go to the conference championship undefeated. And John Suarez, player of the game, I mean, what did you expect? 118 rushing yards on 19 attempts. That is 6 yards per attempt. He also got a touchdown there. Estrada got a touchdown. Flores, I mean, he had a great game. They should have been in this one, to be honest. And yeah, Jamichael Murphy, he had a great game as well. I mean, he did have a solid game. A great game was actually John Suarez. Now, the thing is, I actually did not manage to get Herrera and Cerdeño involved here in the rushing, but at least Cerdeño returned punts. Arianes, a $113 and a touchdown, also 2 drops. Suarez got 54 yards, and I mean, that's beautiful. Lara got a catch as well, I think, if I remember this correctly. Flanagan, a $166, man. Dude was unstoppable. This Flanagan kid looks unreal. And then they've got no sacks on the day. 1 interception. It's John Cummings. That's the Platinum House Call ability. Silver blanket coverage. Yeah, but I mean, that's gonna happen. 1.5 sacks for Pujade, 1.5 sacks for Leiva, a sack for Vasquez, a sack for Castillo. I mean, that's already 3 seniors getting involved here. And yeah, we got the interception for the freshman Costanzo. Sadly, no interception for Brian Alonso, but 2 forced fumbles for Jose Castillo, a senior edge rusher that was a bench player for most of the year, and then Valdez got hurt, and now he's absolutely turning it up. But sadly, we lost Eric Vasquez for the rest of the season. Carvajal, 5 weeks. That could maybe mean that maybe if we make it to maybe the semifinals, maybe he comes back. Or the finals, maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe the Natty. But that's tough injuries on the defense there. Losing a starting pass rusher and a starting linebacker, a pass coverage linebacker at that. We don't have many of those anyway, but yeah. National Defensive Player of the Week for Kelvin Leiva here. 1.5 sacks. I mean, honestly, should have gone to Castillo. He did have 1 sack, but he had 2 forced fumbles, man. We are going to play the Oklahoma Sooners, and this is actually a matchup I was waiting for. Second year here in the Big 12. And we have not faced Oklahoma so far, so I'm really looking forward to this one, man. Oklahoma is going to be a worthy opponent, I believe. And this is going to be a tough game. That's no joke. The Sooners are ranked number 7 in the country. They're one of the better teams, and they were able to separate at the end there as they moved away from SMU and Tulsa. Now, Texas, on the other hand, had a horrible season for some reason. They lost 5 conference games. What on earth were they doing? But yeah, Laredo State and Oklahoma, 2 of the big fish here in the conference, facing each other next episode. I can't wait for that one. And that's gonna do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe for more Laredo State Dynasty. See you in the next episode. Until then, have a great day.